Hello and welcome to the Sewing Whisperer and the very first video in the zipper playlist where you'll learn how to sew every zip imaginable. By the end of this video, you'll know all the tips and tricks to sewing a perfect lapped zip 2 different ways. This method is the most traditional method of inserting a zip, and this style of zip is stronger than an invisible zip. This is how you would recognize a lap zip on a text sketch. It shows a dashed row of stitching on one side only and can be found on dresses, skirts and trousers, generally in the back or side but never on the center front. If you would like to follow along, there's a free downloadable pattern linked in the details below, and you'll need a 20 or 25 centimeter or 8 to 10 inch nylon dress zip. Let's get started with method 1. This method bags out the first side, which means there's no visible stitching on the right hand side of the zip. When making a lap zip, it's so important to create an offset, which means you use less seam allowance on the right hand side, but the standard seam allowance on the left hand side. By doing that, the zip sits inside the overlap of the top edge. When preparing your fabric, mark 1.5 centimeters or 5/8 of an inch on the left hand side and mark 1.3 or 9/16 of an inch on the right hand side. Overlock both edges of the seam separately. Make a 1.5 centimeter line on both the right and wrong sides of the left hand fabric. On the right hand fabric, mark a 1.3 centimeter line on the right side only. I personally prefer to buy zips that are too long and trim them down. But you can buy a zip that is exactly the correct length. By shortening the zip, you avoid breaking a needle on the metal stopper at the bottom. Mark the length of the opening, making sure the top of the zip sits down 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch from the top. Mark the opening length on the zip at the bottom. Stitch from the bottom of the garment to the bottom of the zip. Press the left hand side seam allowance open. Attach the zipper foot. Domestic machines will have a zipper foot like either of these with the slot on each side, and the needle position will need to be moved to the left. For industrial machines, choose the zipper foot with the hole on the left. Bag out the right hand side of the zip. Align the teeth as close as you can to the 1.3 centimeter or 9/16 of an inch line that was discussed earlier. And stitch as close as you can to the teeth. Start at the bottom, stitch up the zip about 1/3 of the way, stop with the needle down, slide the slide past the needle and continue to sew to the top. Note how the zip sits inside the seam allowance once stitched. Mark the stitch line of 1.1 centimeters or 7/16 of an inch from the folded edge. I'm pretty fussy about this measurement. Anything less doesn't cover the top zip slide, and anything wider looks too clunky. Pin the zip in place for the top side. Pin the fold so it covers the zip and aligns with the original 1.5 seam allowance. That means it'll be covering the offset amount of 2 millimeters or 1/16 of an inch. Start by stitching across the bottom. Pivot and stitch up the side of the zip, stopping 3/4 of the way up, and leave the needle down. Slide the zip slide down, check that the zip teeth stay parallel to the folded edge. It can be moved a whisker away from the folded edge at the top to hide the slide. Use pinking shears to shorten the zip. Trim across the top of the zip so it's 100% level. Method 2. This method has visible stitching on the right-hand side of the zip. Mark the length of the opening the same as the previous sample. Stitch the seam from the bottom of the zip marking to the hem of the garment using the full 1.5 centimetres or 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. For method 2, prepare your fabric by pressing the left-hand side 1.5 centimetres over, but only press 1.3 or 9/16 of an inch on the right-hand side to achieve the same offset that was used in method 1. Mark the 1.1 centimetre or 7/16 of an inch on the left-hand side. Attach the zipper foot. Put the folded edge of the right side against the teeth of the zip and edge stitch the zip in place. Pin the zip in place for the top side. Sew the left-hand side of the zip in exactly the same way as method 1. Use pinking shears to shorten the zip. Trim the top of the zip so that it's 100% level across the top. And that's it. You now have the skills to sew professional lap zips using 2 techniques. Let me know which method you preferred. Next up in the playlist, we'll cover invisible zips, when to use them and why. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you're sewing along with the series, I'll see you in the next one.